Alright, I seem to have signal. I'm here, so I know there's been a ton of technical difficulties. Nobody's here. I'm literally just sitting here talking to myself right now because the stream's finally working. It's probably going to take you guys a little bit to file in here and whatnot, so, you know, that's kind of on me and on the phone service. I don't know what's going on out here, but I fucking don't know what happened to my signal. I've been battling this all day trying to get live to work properly. Had it working with you guys on a totally separate app. Now I've got it working here. Of course, it's in a totally separate spot. So nobody knows they're supposed to be right here yet, but that's just how it goes. So we are up and running here. I don't know what that does. Flip, touch, mute, hide live video. Hey, Dean. Sorry for all the difficulties, brother. I don't know what happened, but I've got real YouTube live now. This isn't whatever we were on earlier. It kept crashing, and I was trying to figure out why my YouTube wasn't linking up with it. And in the process, I accidentally went YouTube live, bro. So, I mean, it was a happy accident, but, you know, we're 45 minutes behind the original scheduled time. So, just going to kind of kick it and see if anybody files in here in the next few minutes, because I'm sure some of them are a little frustrated from 5 different videos popping up and being either completely black or blinded. No, they're not, brother. They're a LD menthol. It's a cheapo brands that we have here. I don't think I saw any of them when I lived in Florida. I smoked Lucky Strikes down there, but these LDs are like $3.95 at the store. Whoa, Scooby! Yes, we're finally actually working, my brother. I've been sitting here all day trying to get this stuff to work right. I used 5 different apps trying to get it linked, and none of them work. Craziness, man. But I do have it going now, so yeah, they're LDs, Dean. You were right about that. So we have 395 menthols in North Carolina, and growing a tobacco state is a fantastic thing. So I don't know why you guys, their chat keep disappearing. Maybe I touched something wrong, but there we go. I think I can keep seeing it if it stays up here. I'm glad you guys made it here. I basically bombed my own channel with a crappy phone signal, some other issues going on, but you know, that's just a struggle sometimes with all of this live stuff. Did you get your cigar going, Blue Scooby? You told me you were going to get a cigar before you got on here. Well, it's just all the two of us here. I'm going to go light this cigarette because my, no, not yet. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I'm about to go use a toaster to light mine because my Zippo just died while I was sitting here tripping out. So I'm going to light that up real quick. I'm not going to take the phone with me because Jesus knows we don't need any more of that. Here. Thank you. All right. I can smoke and actually enjoy myself a little bit. Sorry about all the difficulties, gentlemen. We're at like 4:35, 4:42. I don't know why it keeps dropping my chat down. You got the patch too, Dean? Yeah, I love that thing. I love how it stashes. Broke. Glad you made it. I'm sorry, dude. We had some super technical difficulties getting this real thing going here, but I actually have YouTube live now, not the secondhand bootleg app I was using earlier, and I don't know how it magically came online all of a sudden. I've been working on that for like 4 days. My 24-hour period ended like 2 days ago. It kept saying something weird about my Chrome not having the right stuff on it or something, which is crazy because this phone's pretty recent and it did a full system update like the night before. So I don't know. I restarted it a fucking couple times. No telling what happened there. But system's weird. But in the future, I will not be in a hole in a holler, and I will have some Wi-Fi to actually get on, so my signal won't be like it is right now. You guys wouldn't believe how low I've got everything adjusted right now. Like if you've ever seen the settings on these videos, whatever the bottom tier of every single like kilobyte per second transfers and whatnot is on, that's where we're at right now because I just couldn't get it going, and it's possible we can do better than that. But let me tell you, I was really tired of it crashing and not working. That gets really annoying fast. And then jumping on and off like 50 times didn't help either. Webcam from 2003. Yeah, it's the back of a Samsung from Walmart. That's actually only a year old or so, but I don't do iPhones and whatnot. Yeah, Scooby, exactly. I went one time and some reason the back camera wasn't working, so I had like a full blackout going on, but people probably could hear me sitting here flipping out. But that's how it goes. Technical difficulties in internet land. This is why I work on cars. Cars do crazy things, but they're typically the same crazy things. I don't come back to them 10 minutes later and have 5 new problems I've never seen before. It's usually a gradual progression of, hey, what was that? And then, oh yeah, that looks like that might be what that is. And then, boom, click. Yeah, it definitely was that. We're going to have to change that out. Totally repair it. So, yeah, I'm a ride it till the wheels fall off kind of guy. I actually rode probably about 15 miles through Florida on nothing but rim one time. Me and the wife leaving a construction site, and we day laborers, so we needed to get paid that day for dinner and such. And I just wasn't having it, so we drove that thing all the way in, sparks and all. The people of Florida were not happy. It's amazing I didn't get pulled on the way. So what are you up to, bro? You getting everything straightened out from the other day, or you just forging a new path for all of us? I didn't really get to hear about all the finer details there, and if you don't want to talk about that, I totally get it. I'm really just bringing it up because I hope you're doing better. I know it's a real bummer what happened there, but people get jealous, and that's how weak people operate, obviously. So don't worry, brother. You're one of the strong ones, forging a new path. See, that's exactly what I figured. That's what the strong do, broke. So no surprise there. You got your own pretty decent following of people and good friends. So we're gonna rock out with you no matter what they got going on over there. I can tell you I am. No doubt about that. You definitely are good people, brother. The majority of people probably aren't going to make it. It's a strange hour. Speed pick, yes, the speed pick discrepancy. That is the one, Dean. It seems when you get too good and you shine too bright, somebody gets jealous and wants to throw some shade over you. So our brother Broke is having a little difficulty with people who just can't understand that he's really good at what he does. It happens in life all the time. I've been fired from a few jobs for being too good a mechanic, so I know how that goes. People don't like when you steal their shine because they're not good as you are. That's something they need to deal with. If you have to build your platform off other people's backs, you need a new skill set. That's what I was always told. Anyway, I'll BS around with you guys till it hits 15 minutes. We're in like a weird time zone thing here where all our UK buddies are asleep. You're welcome, bro. I know you understand. I understand. I just want you to hear it from somebody else because that stuff was foul for you, brother, and I was pretty upset about it myself in a different type of way. It really leaves a man feeling jaded when they see somebody who's put that much time and effort into the community the way you do just kind of get tossed to the wolves by the people who are supposed to be, bringing us all up. So I hate that for you, buddy. You hang in there. I'll follow you wherever you go. So yeah, the English are all asleep. They're my buddies. I hope they get to see this in the morning when it gets uploaded. A lot of support over there. They brought me into UK Lock Pickers on Facebook. They got so many awesome antique locks and stuff over there. Really love that stuff. I saw a scorpion lock today, and I saw this camel looking lock today. And the camel thing's probably super rare compared to, I think he said an elephant was the more common one. But yeah, I love the English guys. They got all kinds of super old castle locks and things that we haven't had because we haven't been around for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. So they've been picking and having cool locks a little longer than we have. We'll have to appreciate that. That's why so many of them have cool picks and stuff over there. The Germans are the same way. That's why multi-pick's been around. I think I tried to order my first multi-pick set when I was about 13. It was the only thing I could find. I didn't get it, of course, because, it just did not work out. I didn't have real credit cards or phone numbers. Exactly. You put in the effort they pay you for, Scooby. That's the thing. At the end of the day, your job is gonna put somebody else in there, no matter what. Whether you quit, retire great, happy, or you just get tossed out because they don't like you, they're gonna put somebody else in there. And all the people who acted like they were your boys at work, for the most part, they'll be happy with the new guy too, and that's all right. They still work there. They got paychecks to make. So we'll forgive them for that, but, life goes on. Like Scooby said, family's first, man. The people who love you is the only thing that matters. They support you when all of that stuff hits the ground. You need to hold them down. I have a family like that. It's very small and close-knit, but I feel very blessed to have all of them. Some people aren't blessed to even have that much, so try to appreciate what we got. But yeah, it's late over here, and I imagine, let's see, it's 11 here, so I guess West Coast. What you got, Dean? Y'all are like 8 o'clock over there. Is that right? 8 p.m. ish. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's right. I did all right in geography and whatnot. Yeah, 8 p.m. Excellent. Just making sure. My math's not always great when I'm on the fly. I was always in trouble for not showing my work. G Key Man, hello. I am glad you made it here. Thank you for coming. Only got a few people in here. We're just BSing around for a minute. I had so many technical difficulties. I'm just kind of shooting the breeze until everybody maybe finds their way who was trying to. We're gonna go ahead and talk about the things that we're supposed to be here to talk about pretty soon. I've just, yeah, exactly. You were here before but left. That's why I was running it for a minute, because I saw you guys trying for me, and I do appreciate it. But we all know, yeah, I got it broke. I'm going to get all of that stuff as soon as I get off of here. I even had to tell my wife I had to call her back because she called me in the middle. And I was like, my phone is really the crux of everything I'm trying to do at the moment. I will call you after. She might sneak her way in here too. I hope so, but we'll see. She's the most supportive person in my life as that goes, but that's how it's supposed to work. She's held me down through some craziness, so it's always nice to have a partner that you can trust. You guys are all too good picking to be here, man. This is supposed to be like the 100 subscriber people, man. I figured it would be a little more noobish in here. But that's okay. I got a cool challenge that everybody, new and old, is going to be able to try if they like. And I got an idea we're going to discuss here in a second. Well, I'm going to discuss it. I hope you like it. I spent a lot of the day thinking about it, trying to put it together. My friend put up that post the other day and herded a bunch of people over here from Reddit by doing so. I appreciate him for that. I had no idea we were going to blow up that quick, so I was a little unprepared, but that's the right kind of problems to have in this line of work, I guess. So, I already told everybody, you bring everybody on over here that you like. If we end up having to hit another subscriber thing before I even getting everything finished with this one, then we'll double down and run as many as we have to concurrently, not consecutively, concurrently. We'll keep it on rolling as fast or slow as it goes, you know. Try to keep things interesting for people as they file in. But yeah, that's the majority of my day. I haven't really got to pick much lately. I did gut around, play around with my A1100 that I keep telling you guys. Oh, while I'm talking about that, and we're waiting just a couple more minutes, I just realized mentioning that. I got some surprise goodies today. I had no idea one of my friends was going to send me. My buddy Mr. Happy, just want to shout him out real quick. He came out to my earlier chat when I was testing everything out. I think he got into bed because it was a pretty late night for him. He's a, you know, worker and whatnot. We live in the same time zone. But as you can see, Dean, he was kind enough to get me these really, really awesome tweezers I was telling you about that have the little hole at the end for the pins. I've been really hoping to have one of these. And he was good enough to note that the people at 0 Day Gear had them on sale. Yeah, it was really nice. He sent that on over for me without even telling me about it. I got a message from him this morning to tell me go check your mailbox. And of course, I was so busy messing with this that I found out while we were all chatting earlier. So I rushed out and grabbed these goodies. And I don't know if he ordered this or if they threw it in separate. I meant to ask him about that. But this came in the same package. This little quint right here. It's kind of like the one I got in the FNG. It's a little bit different, but it's got that really nice Peterson style handle on it. I have yet to try and use it. Maybe I'll mess around with it here in a minute. But probably not, because we've got other business to tend to. I just wanted to shout out Mr. Happy again, because he is the one who sent me the shims that I really needed desperately. And now he has blessed me with some really nice tweezers. So I might actually not be fumbling all over the place, losing springs and drivers and all of that when I'm doing the next one. So, Mr. Happy, and when you see this, I really appreciate that. You are a solid guy. Yeah, I'm still getting used to this kind of picker love that goes on in our community. I definitely intend to do some paying it forward, paying it back type stuff with the noobs and back with the guys that are taking care of me with all this stuff. They all insist that it's not that type of thing, but I insist that for me it is. You're going to learn that Mick shows gratitude, so it may take a minute because Mick's poor, but he will find something you like and send it out to you if you bless him like this. I'm not begging for stuff out here. I do try to take care of myself, but I highly appreciate you guys doing these things. It touches my heart to see that you actually care enough to do anything like that for me. I actually have a friend on Facebook, Blake. He is the love lock bridge slayer in his community. He's got a pretty good thing going on there. He's actually even got a permission from the local police and all the commissioners and whatnot to go remove love locks for them. So I've seen him with some big fat chains of locks, giving them away to an artist for some cool project, stuff like that. I thought that was really cool. I really enjoyed talking to him and whatnot. But to the point, he told me that he was going to shoot me 20 of the brass Brinks locks that I love so much. I actually got one of them way over here. You can see it there. Yeah, he's going to send me the 20 pack of those that he's got sitting around with some other cool things. He said he had one of those cool armory locks, like the government ones. And he's going to send me just a big care package of locks so I can do a berserker run and so I can have some more cool stuff to play around with. Yeah, Dean, I really do wish I had some love locks here. I do love knocking out the patch challenges. Lockjaw's really got some cool stuff going on over there. That whole Night Watch patch really inspired me to get this whole thing started and going. So that's a genius idea. I did that the first night on at 12 p.m. or I mean it's 12 a.m. Eastern time, and they only do America. So I'm probably somewhere in the first few people that got one of those in. So I hope they show a little love and appreciation for that. But even, the patch is cool. That's all I really want anyway. It is beautiful, and they got some awesome stuff. Yeah, Dean, I'm not ready for that, brother. The 3 purple belt ones, I'm trying to be that good. I saw Sandman do that kind of thing. That is some expert level. It says assassin for a reason. Let's put it that way. If you can gut 3 purples after picking them in that kind of timeline, you absolutely are a lock assassin ninja that has my respect and admiration, because I do not pick at that level right now. Been doing this for like a month, so it's going to take a little longer than that for me to get there. Yeah, that's the thing, Dean. We want to set high goals, man. You know, we could sit around and just do master lock pops in front of our friends all day, but that kind of gets old quick. It's a parlor trick at a point. We want some more. Exactly, that patch is one to wear with pride, no doubt. The Berserker too, man. I've seen some people make that run. Exactly, the Berserker. Sandman said he took like 4 runs to make his work. It's not easy to do. That timeline is it. And even if you've got it all set up on a fence or something, you still have to go lock to lock and get them open. They're not going to be the same, and you only got the one tool to make it happen with. So for sure, it's not an easy challenge. They really think that stuff through. I like those guys. And they got some awesome, cool gear. I'm really into the kind of style they put into stuff. I'm a big fanboy of the Sparrows stuff for similar reasons. But Lockjaw's got some really nice stuff. Uh, yeah, I understand that, bro. I have a little bit of soreness in my hands from time to time from all the years of car work, but I try to get around the cramps and stuff when I can. So, like anybody else, sometimes I do enjoy picking with a Jimmy Long, because we all know that the Jimmys are comfy, man. I got, you see with this pick here, my hand is a double XL, and for a man who's 5'9", like a $160, that is a gorilla hand. That might be small for some of my friends like Scooby, who were built like mountain men that I grew up with, and not, little dudes like me. But I'm glad that they make picks of all sizes and shapes for all of us' needs. That really is one of the other rocking things about the way this has turned out. So, and I really love my maces. For a guy with big hands, people complain about those things all the time, man. And I gotta say, I really enjoy these things. I keep them in the back of the phone I'm using right now in the little envelope thing. And Walt Cade sent me the little holder thing. I got to shout Walt out again, because he made these things, and these things rock, dude. If you don't have those, the 1 and the 2 are outstanding. 23 tries. Did it too because the Brinks locks are so easy to open. I should have had it the first run, but 2 of the locks didn't pop shackles. Yeah, that's the thing, man. Like, when you're in a rush, we did the same thing in tech school on cars, and I gotta tell you, I can do a drum brake pretty decent when I'm just putting it on your car, but when they tell me I got so many minutes to do it, and the instructor's watching right over my shoulder, and I've only done it in high school a handful of times. That was in 2006, and I did not do well on the drum brake timed challenge that they had at NASCAR Tech. I thought I was ready for that until it actually happened, but I should have done some timed practice. I didn't know the heat was going to hit like that. So yeah, the timer really gets to you on some of those things. Let's see. Trying to think what else here. I guess I'll get ready to tell you guys about this stuff here. We've been BSing around for like 25 minutes. I appreciate all you guys coming and hanging. These lives, they can be hit or miss, and that's just how it goes. But I didn't want to make everybody wait for like a 28-hour upload like my last two videos. Yeah, bro, I feel you, man. That really does make it hard. I know some of the pickers out there have a lot of different afflictions, and some of them use it, to relax when they're at the doctor or for stress at home. And I think that that's great that we've got that, but I could totally understand how that would make it more difficult. I was having a conversation with Bumpy Bones about that on one of his lives the other day. He's a solid guy, but I have never seen so many pics in my life. Bumpy, in his live, pulled out this 3D printed pic holder, and it was so stuffed full. I asked him how many pics he had, and fortunately, he said he did have a spreadsheet. He was keeping track of his collection. He tells me he has 337 different pics. I didn't know they made that many. I mean, out of all the companies, I didn't know there were that many. I mean, I shop around and look at all of them like all of us do. I've probably already got more than I really need. That's just how it works. But, I'm a mechanic. I really do love having I don't like to ever think that a lack of tools is my issue. As a mechanic, there's a right tool for a right job, and picks are the same way. So, and if I can't pick something, I don't want to think it's because, oh, I should have bought this, or oh, I need one of those. I want to be able to say, oh, well, maybe we should try this. And that way, if everything fails, I can look in the mirror and say, you know what, Mountain Man, the locks are working okay with the key, so it must just be you. Yeah, bro, that's awesome, dude. That's a good thing. I hope I get to the point where I've got some spare picks and I can hand them out to people. I know there's some really cool creators of the picks going on out there that I talk to, like Greyhound and some of those guys. I see what you got going on and what Rune's got going on. Those are some beautiful things, man. I really, really dig the tools that you guys all make. And as someone who enjoyed Metal Fab a lot and who has rigged up tons of automotive tools for special jobs, I really want to get into that part too myself once I can afford a Dremel and some angle grinders and files and all of the cool stuff to really do that the right way. I'm not really trying to just use a rock and some windshield wipers to make picks. Yeah, exactly. Sandman, he does have a fat collection, man. I'm a big fan of his channel, and I'm under the impression he probably has everything everybody's made for like the last 10 or 12 years, or maybe further back. He is certainly a collector. um, I respect that, man. If you've got the money to put into it and that's what you enjoy spending it on, believe me, I know there are worse things to blow your money on and not even have anything to show for it at the end of the day. So, if you're just out there buying locks and picks and keeping yourself out of trouble, keep doing that, man. That's a better plan than I used to have. So, I highly support it. Uh, um. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys what I got figured out here, because we're at like 30 minutes here, and it's time I just gave up the news and let you guys know what I've got figured out for this 100K thing. I hope everybody likes it, and I've got a prize in mind. If somebody wins and has the prize that I have in mind, we will I will need you to show me you already have it, so I know you just don't like it for some reason. But anyway, if you already have what I've got in mind, we'll figure something of similar value out and get you something cool instead. But yes, Scooby, you buy a lot of stuff too. I can remind you to not do that, but you know how it's gonna go. A week later, you're gonna show me some more stuff, and I'm probably just gonna enable you to keep doing that. You're asking the wrong people when you ask that. I told Walt Cade not to let me buy the Maze 2s, and by the time he responded, they were already on the way. So that's kind of how it works amongst pickers, huh? We're not the best at talking each other down. We're always like, yeah, bro, you should get that. If nothing else, to tell me if it works good or not. Might save me a few dollars. I'm just kidding about that. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys what's going on. So, we hit 100 really fast. That's awesome. And without further ado, this is what's going to happen. I've decided, much like the really cool antique locks that we were talking about earlier, the scorpions and camels and all that, I'm not ballerish enough to be giving away that, especially not on my first one. Let it be known I have to be able to outdo myself on these things. So we have to take it in, stride that there's levels to it, and as we get a little further, I'll put a little more investment and sweeten it up a little more. Start giving some really cool stuff out, because I'm definitely down with that. But what I've got in mind is I don't know if you guys have heard me talk about it recently. Maybe you have. I really like the Master Lock 77. It's that one from the 40s with the lion head on it. I really dig that lock. And they've got that lock, in patinaed old really cool antique ones. I've seen a few that are still in the box, brand new shiny silver looking ones, and I can't quite put one of those in there yet, but I will be getting the patina ones. I can get that because I'm gonna get one for myself. They sell them in bundles sometimes, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab a couple of those, and whoever wins, I'll send them one of the two that I get if they want that. If they've already got that and don't like that idea, we'll figure something else out. But I really think that it's a cool prize. It's a collectible master lock, and it's a kind of an entry-level collector thing. Yeah, thanks, bro. I think they're nice too, and I didn't want it to be some really lame prize. I'm not going to say anything specific and step on any toes, but you know, I didn't want mine to be like that. I wanted to find something that I personally would like, that if I saw come across one of you guys' channels, I would be playing for it and be like, yeah, I totally want into that. And I would totally come after that 77 Master Lock as the giveaway goes. So, yes, I don't have one here yet, but that is what I decided today. I will be sourcing while we give this away. The giveaway will last till August 11th. August 11th. That gives like 2 weeks-ish, maybe 13 days technically. But I feel like that's not long, but not short. It gives people time to get it on in. And I'm gonna get the Master Lock 77s and hook somebody up with that. Also, I think once upon a time, I don't think that's one of them. They do look just like this though. This is a Master Lock number 1. But I showed you guys who know me for a while from the very beginning. I went to my hometown and went and met the locksmith there. And over there at Wilkes Hardware, they blessed me with 5 of these really cool 3-up master locks. And the 3-up I had no idea exist, but the locksmith there told me about it. And apparently, the way it works is the driver pins are all one solid pin with like a perforation like you would have on toilet paper or something like that. And the way it works is it's built to be rekeyed to an M1 master lock key. So you can take any M1 key and put it in a brand new one, and they've got this tool, or you can probably just use a hammer, but you put it in there and you smack the crap out of the lock, and it causes the shear to happen in the pins with the key in there, which sets it up to where your key is now set to that lock. Obviously, you can only do that one time, and I'm pretty sure some of the ones I got are already set. I don't think I got keys for them, but I have picked around with them. They are fun to play with, and at least a few of them open, so I'm probably going to give one of those also to the Master Lock 77 winner, and I may just go ahead and be cool, and if we got a runner-up situation, I'll send them a 3-up too, just because, I really want to make it something cool for everybody participating. So we'll have a first and second place there. You never heard of that? Yeah, nobody had when I posted it on Reddit. A lot of people were like, "I've never seen that before either. I didn't know they exist," and I didn't know they exist, so I thought they were cool. And since we're just kind of doing a Master Lock theme, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the Master 77. I'm going to put it with one of my 3-ups. That's going to be the main prize. If I find some more cool stickers or swag or whatever that come in from my friends and from Sparrows in between, Sparrows, Uncle Sparrows, I know you're out there. I hope you're watching. We got plans. Can't talk about all of them yet. That's not what this video is really for. But I'm in the process of getting my birth certificate back so I can get a passport. And then maybe Uncle Sparrows will give me all the details. They're a little cryptic, and they know I love that. So we're kind of playing an email game with each other right now and trying to put this whole thing together. But they have been really kind to me, and I appreciate all they do because, that's where I started. I love my Sparrows. They're awesome, dude. If you don't like them, that's okay, but I really recommend that you try some of their stuff out if you've never tried it, because they've got some real winners, and they will ship them on out to you pretty quickly. That's one of the reasons I like them too. Yeah, that's it too, Dean. They do those videos with the secret code for things and discounts. That's some new age marketing stuff, man. And I told them that I really dig that stuff, and that's why I initially approached them. They speak to my soul with that kind of thing. I grew up a mall ninja '80s kid in the arcades and comic book stores and whatnot. I was a Boy Scout, and like you, Dean, I really like some of the really cool James Bond Q section gadget stuff, as long as it's, built well and professional and not just some toy stuff. I've seen some other knockoff companies popping up out there making some cards that are metal, but the pics are trash that pop out of them or don't even work, that type of thing. And I'm here to tell you, if you're interested in something like that, the mace, man, get you the maces. You saw them on the other video, or if you've used them yourself, you already know the maces for that type of thing. They absolutely slay, and they slay these master locks really well. I might even try my berserker run with those. Yeah, they got all kinds of cool stuff with the Rocka Locka Bang Bang and stuff, Dean. Like I said, I really dig the stuff that they're putting down. So that's why I asked them if they would let me be worthy of working with them for being wary. So anyway, let me tell you guys how this contest is gonna work. Like I said, we're gonna give away that stuff. I already told you about that. It's gonna run till August 11th. I already told you about that. So I wanted to make something where everybody could participate, whether they were of any level of picker, and so they wouldn't have to source any crazy new locks or anything crazy. I wanted them to be able to do something. Yeah, that's awesome, Broke. I'm glad you got some sparrows to try out. You let me know how that goes, man. I'm glad we're linked up. I really appreciate and respect your opinion on everything, brother. So I'm looking forward to talking to you more about that stuff. So, Master Lock. As I said, we all start playing around with those. And we know that white belt locks are notoriously sometimes a little higher belt punching than they ought to be because of the way they are built. I won't go into that, but we all know what I'm talking about. So they can be right right hard to challenge sometimes, even though they're a white belt. But some people might not have a master lock if they're one of the really new people. But they gotta have some kind of white belt lock, right? So I've decided that it doesn't have to be a master lock that you use. I would prefer that it's a master lock, but a white belt one. And in that vein, the Master 3, fantastic. Use that one if you like. Use any one that you like. I would prefer if you used something that is in the LPU white belt system and not just something unranked to get yourself into the contest. Please use something from the LPU white list, and if it can be a master lock, use a master lock. But if you got no master locks and you got you a white belt lock, just use that one. It's cool. I want everybody to be able to get in on this. So pick you your white belt lock. You can use one pick for this. Raking is allowed. But so, pick out whatever your favorite profile to go slaying white belt locks is. Whatever it may be. Doesn't have to be a rake, doesn't have to be single pin, but you must pick it. I don't want to see bypasses. I don't want to see shanks. I don't want to see shackles. All that stuff's cool, but I wanted to make this about picking white belt locks. So that's what it's going to be. So get you one white belt lock. And this is what I want you to do. I want you to take that lock and your one pick of choice. I want you to make a video of yourself playing with it. And what I want you to do is open it, obviously. But I want you to open it. Not one time. Not twice. 5 times. 5 is the number. I want you to take your white belt and one pick. And I want to see how fast you can open it and close the shackle. We'll hear it pop. And I want to see you open it 5 times. And it'd be preferable for everybody if you had a timer in screen with you or something. But I will be judging that myself. And we will see who has the fastest time slaying their white belt lock 5 times in a row. I'm glad you like that, Dean. I've been cooking it up all day. But like I said, I wanted it to be open for everybody. And, as much as we talk about it on the thread, how hard it can be sometimes and frustrating to pick these things, I figured that 5 times in a row getting one of these nightmares open would be a challenge even for a seasoned picker, but available to all pickers and rakers. So that's what we're going to do. And whoever is the fastest is going to win the Master Lock 77 with the lion face on it that I get for us. And I'm going to send them a Master 3 up to go with it. Thanks, bro. I'm glad you like it too. All the guys in here, y'all are some real trusted friends of mine, so I'm glad you guys like it. Everybody get to slay in your 5 locks. You got till August 11th to get them in. That means 2 weeks from today I will be figuring out who won. I will come back in here on a live, and just for fun, in the inspiration I saw in a Sandman video, I will not be betting against you like he did, which I do think's cool and may do with a different challenge. But just because it's my challenge, I will sit here and try to slay my Master Lock 5 times and put my time up just so you guys can see and everybody can measure themselves against Mounta1nM1ck's poor picking skills. And that way it's fun to watch that time. And at the end I will tell you who actually was the fastest that sent their video in. They will win that prize. The runner-up will still get a 3-up Master Lock. And like I said, I'll try in that time between now and then to find some other little cool stickers, patches, poker chips, or anything I get sent in cool from all of the people who keep sending me this cool stuff that I had no idea was coming. So if anybody wants to throw something in the hat for whoever wins, get in touch with me. I'll make sure that they get a hold of it, or you can send it straight to them. Makes no difference to me. I just want to shake things up a little bit and give somebody something to play for here so we can have fun. So basically that's it on my giveaway ideas, guys. Um, I'll BS around with y'all for a second or two longer, but that is the general gist of what we're all here for. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate everybody here coming in here and BSing around with me and letting me tell everybody what our giveaway is going to be like. I had no idea we'd hit 100 so fast, and I still am speechless about it for a man with so many words. I don't know what to say about that. So, anyway, I will not be practicing in between now and then to do these master locks the way you guys will be doing them. I'll be busy probably watching videos of people do it, hopefully, in the time that I'm not trying to keep picking on this 1100 and learning some more of its secrets. Because I do not want to pass myself up to pack lock yet until I'm a little more comfortable with these Americans. There's so much fun left to be had at Greenbelt, and there's no rush. So, everybody out there in Pickerland, I hope you enjoy what Mounta1nM1ck's got put together here. I really wanted to make it available to everybody, especially this early in the game. If you want to get better, hang out in these lives, talk to these guys who are upper belts. A lot of them way more experienced and informative than myself. But I lean on those guys for support. Scooby is one of my... He's my right-hand man, let's be honest. Shout out to you, Blue Scooby Wagon. You are Encyclopedia Loctanica. I will definitely continue to reach out to you for your moral support and your genius. I appreciate you, sir. You have been a very much brother to me from the very beginning. And I love watching you continue to excel and get new toys and new locks. And I'll continue to tell you not to buy new things that we're both going to know you're going to buy and show me anyway. Well, that's why you rock, dude. And Dean, I really enjoy your lives. So if anybody hasn't gone over to Dean's channel, you need to go to his channel too and check out when he's on live. Dean's got some really cool toys to play around with over there. He's an awesome guy. So give him some love. And my boy Broke, he's got some really channel stuff going on. He does his dual channel thing with Rune. I love watching those guys too. So give Broke some love. Send you guys all run over to him too. I'm telling you. I don't know what they got going on with him, and I don't care. But if you like Mounta1nM1ck, then you should like Broke, and you should like Dean, and you should like Blue Scooby. And all my other buddies that I mentioned are great people, so if they got a channel, I insist that you hunt them down too. The ones that I shout out who send me things, some of them aren't into the channel thing, they just are great pickers that love to hang out and watch some of us. And bless them as well, because they are great friends. So, that's it, guys. I didn't mean to run us this long, but, it is what it is. I'm a talker, and I wanted to hang with you guys. That's what lives are for. I will have some short form videos coming up. Mr. Happy pointed out to me that that's a great way to get some new eyes on the channel, so I'll put together some short stuff for us. So we got some just little clip stuff going of me playing around with locks. And I'll continue to drop live here and there whenever I feel like, now that YouTube's working a little better. Hopefully we won't have these issues. Oh, you're welcome, Broke. Absolutely, man. You know, all the good people of the world need to stick together. I find them randomly. It's serendipity, and we got to have each other's back, because you got to hold on to the light, man. So don't let them get to you out there. Dean knows what I'm talking about too. It's all love out here, and Reddit is a great place to meet some really friendly people and some great friends and to learn some cool things about lockpicking. I can tell you that. So, everybody have a good night. GK, man, thanks for dropping by. Shouting you out for sure. I'm glad you came in. Thanks for hanging out with all of us. I'm pretty much done here, guys. So, hit me up anytime. You guys know that I have little going on and will be happy to help anybody anytime, all the time. I'm gonna hit you on Discord, bro. Make sure that we can holler at each other on the regular, brother. And I'll continue to see all of you out there in Reddit land, Discord, Facebook, all my UK pickers. When you wake up, I love you guys. Enjoy the video as well. One of my top buddies is out there, and he said he was gonna watch it when he wakes up. And I've shouted him out many times. But asparagus, you know what I'm talking about. I still love you, brother. I can't wait till you see this. I appreciate you helping me get some of these ideas approved. I leaned on you for making sure it wasn't lame, and you never let me down by giving me the straight up truth, and that's why I love you. You guys have a great night, man. Mountain1nM1ck's gonna get out of here. I appreciate all of you. Until next time, get in them master locks, pop them 5 times, and come win something cool. Later, fellas. Rock out. I'm glad you made it. I'm sorry I was just rapping it, dude. But, please, man, rewatch it. Rock out with your lockout came through for me. He has an awesome channel. He is a short making. You're fine, Rock. I've been on and off the channel all day trying to make this thing work. It's just one of those things, dude. And it crashes sometimes. We all got lives. You can't always get in here, and you still showed up, brother. I'm a procrastinator, so I respect anybody who's better late than never, brother. And like I said, you get out there and watch Rock Out with your lockout too, my friends. Rock Out is a great dude. He's got some excellent content, and he's in the Shackleman challenges and club thing too. So if you enjoy seeing handcuff shackling, popping, and a guy who can pick his way out of all those things with some really cool things that aren't picks, I would recommend you go check him out. He is a wizard at that stuff, and he's a good friend of mine. Rock, I'm sorry I gotta wrap this thing, dude, but if you wanna holler at me, you're always welcome, dude. Your family too. I appreciate you stopping by, man. You know I'm gonna come out and continue to support you. You guys have a great night, man. I'm gonna get out of here. Everybody keep on doing their thing. Pop them 5 locks. Let me know who's going to be the fastest. We don't know. But you're going to win the Master 77, the Master 3-up, and the runner-up's going to get a Master 3-up. I'll see what else I can swing in there for you that's just going to be smaller stuff. But those are the prizes. So, thanks, guys. Have a good night. I'll turn this thing off.